we've been cycling and we've got what is the bane of a lot of cyclists' lives. We've got a puncture. On this particular bike, fortunately, the puncture is in the back wheel. So not only will we have an opportunity to show you how to fix the puncture, but we'll also show you how to take off the back wheel and to replace it again without giving yourself any problems with your gears. So, to fix your puncture, you will need the following tools. A puncture repair kit with glue, patches, and some sandpaper. You will need a pump. To do this, we're using a workshop pump. However, most bicycle shops will be able to supply you with a micro pump which fits on your frame here and has both connections for either kind of valve. So we put the stand up, and the first thing that we want to do is to disconnect our brakes. Again, push the two calipers together and clip out the brake pipe unit. On some occasions this may not actually come out, so we go back to our trusty Allen key and open the pinch bolt on the brake just a little bit, free up a little bit of the cable and tighten it off again. This allows us the room to disconnect the brake completely. The reason for this is, as we take the wheel off, we don't want the tire to hit the brake blocks and change the position or damage them. Our brakes are now disconnected. Turning the bicycle upside down allows us access to the back wheel. There are a variety of different ways of taking off a back wheel. Some of the more modern bikes, for example this one over here, have a quick release mechanism which we will show you how to take off shortly. This one is your more traditional style axle nut. I'm using a 14-15 spanner, which again should be included as part of any cyclist toolkit. Here we have a 7-8, 9-10, 11-12, 13-14, 14-15 and 16-17 spanner. So 15 spanner onto the axle nut, and the golden rule is lefty loosey, righty tighty. So turning that to the left, we open up one side of the axle nut. Coming around this side, again with our spanner number 15, we go to the left and turning it, release the nut on that side too. We don't need to take the nuts off the bicycle, but we do need to release them enough to allow the wheel to come out of the frame. Our wheel is now loose, and what we want to do is to move the rear derailleur mechanism, that's this gearing mechanism here, move it back with our left hand and just lift the wheel up from the frame. So it's giving us, again, as you can see, the movement to take the wheel up beyond the chain. Lift the chain off the block and voila, your wheel is out. I am now reaching for tire levers. That's these guys here. The purpose of these is to take the tire off the wheel. You can see that they are shaped with a slight spoon, a slight lift on this end and a hook on this end here. What we want to do is to move the tire away from the rim and insert the tire lever, spoon end up, underneath, lifting the tire from off the wheel. Once we have it in place, the hook will go around the spoke and will keep your tire lever in place. Moving about 4 to 6 inches along the wheel, insert the second tire lever and again clip it onto the spoke. Once the tire lever falls out, as it's just done here, we know that we have now a loose tire on the rim, and it's very easy, gently moving the tire lever along to actually start to take the tire off completely. So slide it along until one side of the tire is completely loose. Going back to your valve, remove the dust cap, which is this guy here, and keep for replacement later. So inside we have our tube, and this is the guy that we want to get to fix. Slide it out all the way around to the point where your valve is and lift the tire away to allow easy access to the valve and removal of the tube. So we have successfully removed the tube. Now, placing the wheel aside, we reach for a bowl of water. On some occasions you will need a bowl of water, but on most occasions it's not necessary. Using your pump, Put some air into the tube. We want a fair amount of air because we're going to see if we can locate the hole. On this one, the hole is very easy to see. It's quite a large hole. If the hole is slightly smaller, you may, again, just to demonstrate, putting some air in, you may use the water, and that will allow you to see where the hole is.